I've got a bunch of documents in front of you. Just want to kind of go through a kind of the COVID-19 update. We've got, I call them city responses and then community responses. Just so everybody knows out there, we have had 3 employees that sent home as a precaution and precaution only. We do not at this current time have any city employees that have confirmed COVID-19 issue. We've also had 1 employee off for 2 weeks due to underlying health conditions. All of our non-critical staff are working alternate days, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. They'll be working Tuesday, Thursday next week. The members working Tuesday, Thursday this week will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week. We'll address that on Monday or Tuesday of next week as to how we go forward. Let me just tell you, folks, if we don't have the best IT department in the state, we got the next best, because I can tell you these guys and gals have been working absolutely overtime. Kudos to you guys. They have got us up here, on YouTube. They've not only done that, they got Commissioner Becker. An hour ago, I said, "Hey, can we get you a mic over there in the corner?" We got that done. They got us 2 stations over at the EOC for our dispatch to give them more space at EOC. They're going to be streaming live starting tomorrow. We have a lady that does our chair exercises, and the seniors who can't get out need to be able to do their exercises. So we're going to have a YouTube video Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, starting tomorrow, so if our seniors can get their exercises in place. So, and we couldn't have done it without these guys. Next up, we've eliminated public access to our Public Works Department, so there will be no entrance from the public into the facility out on Cleveland. Farmers Market for now postponed until May 7th. We are giving extensions on all of our permits for 6 months. I've got a couple of documents that you have in front of you. One is the new county stay-at-home ordinance, and we're going to go, as in the last 15 minutes, I've got another document for you. We also have included the police and fire emergency protocols. We've stepped up our game there. We even have asked Chief Wylam. I know we've got at least one person who's in the system. It's not a full-time employee, so we need to bring them up. We could. We also have volunteers. We're going to be talking with our legal and HR team. Could we bring them on if it really gets bad? Which brings me to an interesting dilemma. When people call now for let's say they think they have the COVID-19 virus, they call us, they call 911, and we do have to show up. We have to respond, but realize that when we have that, we have to then suit up completely. We have to go pick up the individual. If we need to take them to the ER, we take them to the ER. Then we have to decontaminate the whole ambulance. We have to throw away the mask. And all these things have to be thrown away or cleaned before we can go back out. So I would ask the people out there, if you got symptoms, please, if you can not use our 911 dispatch, we can save our ambulances for those critical positions and incidences that we got to get them there. So, it's one of those, if you're just having a flu and or you've got a temperature and you've got some of these conditions that would warrant it, by all means go to your primary care doctor or call him. But if we can limit the access to our ambulances to those real critical issues that we know need immediate response and immediate delivery to our hospitals, it would do us all some good. We just got a friend who just called me up and said he's got an antibody test for COVID-19 that we will have either Monday or Tuesday. So we're going to be able to test all of our first responders to see if they have the antibody in there. At that point, then they can go and get the test from the CentraCare, which will be a little farther down. So we're going to have those tests in-house Monday or Tuesday of next week. and we'll test all our first responders, which is police, fire, and dispatch. We're continue to recruit. For now, we're going to recruit for the summer Apopka Youth Works program, but try to do that remotely. Just so you know that the testing, we want to make sure we got the testing right. There is they relaxed the testing as you can get, and if we know it's going to be now at the CentraCare here in Apopka, there will be testing. They had it at the point they had it where you had to be 65 or older to be able to get the test. Now they've wiped that out, and as long as you have a temperature above 99.6 and either an underlying health condition or other symptoms, then you can go get it'd be a drive-through test at the CentraCare there on 441 near the Panera Bread.
Do you know what type of testing that they're doing? Do you know what the return cycle is? Because the governor had mentioned the other day talking about some that would be ready in like 15 minutes.
I don't know if it's the Abbott one. Okay. I don't know which one,
okay.
So I don't know that one. So I'm going to go to the next one, which just came out in the last 15 minutes. Governor DeSantis has issued a stay-at-home order for all of Florida, beginning tomorrow night, April 2nd at midnight. It will last for 30 days. It says in there, essential businesses will be able to remain open, but must practice social distances. These include, but are not limited to, grocery stores, pet services, restaurants offering takeout or delivery services, gas stations, pharmacies, and doctors. What the caveat is to not limited to. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it's going to be even more restrictive than the county one I just gave you 30 minutes ago. So that's working on that. Next up, one of the things we have offered up, got a call from Tim Clark from the Advent Health Hospital here in Apopka, and if this thing gets worse or a lot worse, we have offered up our site on Binion Road for a mobile hospital site. If we get overwhelmed and the hospital can't manage them all, the site, which is right down the street from the hospital, we've made it available to FEMA and or Advent Health as our partners. We've also offered up, the city has offered up the Northwest Rec Department for graduation parade site. We don't know where we're going to be in May, but we've had a lot of angst amongst our seniors here that they might not get a graduation. So what we've been able to, had Mike Suber, who does our GIS mapping, been able to make a parade route through the Northwest Rec site to be able to hold up to 2,000 cars parked, and then have the graduates then drive through it'd be like a parade for the students. If that's something that in May they really want to have a graduation and can't do it at the UCF arena. So we've offered it up. Right now, all hands are that we're going to do the graduations at UCF, but we've made that offer, and they know that we're willing to help make that happen. You also have...
Now, they're going to be for both schools?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what we've done, we've told them we'll just keep the same date and times. The Wekiwa High School is the 18th, I think from 8 to 11, and Apopka High School is the 30th. I want to say 1 to 4, but anyway, whatever the time is today, we'll keep the same time. Even got Salem Communications will come out and do a live recording or live show at Northwest, so the kids at least get their recognition.
Okay.
So anyway, it's out there. Hopefully we don't end up there, but we've made that offer to them. As you see, there's a packet here from Robert Agrusa and the Apopka Chamber of Commerce about the loan RFQs. So for those small businesses out there that looking for the CARE Act loan, this has got some information that will be good for you. CareerSource, centralflorida.com, /coronavirus dash support for any job opportunities. Although there are a lot of jobs that are being furloughed today, there are some, especially the internets and our grocery and pharmacies that have job opportunities, so they're there if you want to go to see where they are available. The state is relaxing requirements for our retired healthcare providers to make them available now. So they're just working through those details. DCF has extended the recertification extension for 6 months. OCPS schools are now closed until May 1st. All driver's licenses renewals in April have been extended. Commercial truck drivers, which we need more desperately now than ever, their hours of service regulations have been waived. Early refills of medical prescriptions by providers are now required, so that our medical Aetnas and Blue Crosses have to be able to give you early refills. The Department of Revenue has extended the sales tax due dates, and the DOT has completed over 1,100 traveler forms on I-10 and I-95. So I think that's kind of a quick overview of kind of what we at the city have done, what we the county and we the state and we the federal folks have done to kind of put us in the position. But I think the bottom line is we go back to Governor DeSantis and this 30-day order. We need to live up to that order, and we need to be the best we can be in this next 30 days, or we'll be like New York, and we want to be like California or Washington. So with that, any questions I can answer? Okay. Okay, last but not least, I want to try to leave us on a high note, if I can. I had a lady, Jenny Andre from Apopka. She reached out to me this week and said, hey, I have these, I've been making these surgical mask clips. Right now, if you see, when you go to the hospital, when they have the mask, they have the ones that have to go around their ear, and after several hours, your ears start to hurt from the elastic holding it tight on your face. So she's made these elastic, or these clips, so they, instead of clipping around your ears, they have a clip in the back so that your ears don't get, irritated. So I just want to let you know, and so I hooked her up with Tim Clark from Advent Health, and she's donated 500 clips to help out our local hospital.
That's great.
Pretty cool. And last but not least, my love is for the nursery industry, and served in that capacity for a lot of years. And so I was asking Chief Wylam about the supplies and what was needed, and it's masks, it's suits, it's all that. Well, one of the, called the BWI here in Plymouth, said, hey, y'all have any of the Tyvek spray suits? It's a coverall with a hoodie and completely, impervious to the COVID-19 virus. So I said, hey, we want to order 200 of these suits, from medium, large, extra large, double X, and they delivered them for no cost.
Oh.
So, we still have a bunch of great people in this town, and couldn't be more proud of those folks. And with that, we'll close the public